So do you like someone who can give banter as much as they can take it?
Listen, I'm like king of banter.
Bold statement.
What?
I'll tell you if
Do
you
you
king
like
of
banter?
Yeah, I love banter.
Sick, innit?
I was listening to talk radio this morning, and I saw the top 100 most influential people. I was going to leave this for the 2-minute drill, but I feel like it's going to cause more conversation than 2 minutes, so I'm going to open with it instead. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 athletes on it.
That's it?
Yeah. Which was interesting.
Yeah.
But I mean, like,
Like
I feel like you could, like, it depends what you mean by influential. Like, does every country's leader that has a nuke right now get on the list automatically? Because that'd be pretty influential if it came to it. You know what I mean?
And when you think about it, yes, they probably
They're
should.
very influential people at the moment. But I think this was more along the lines of, like, you've actively done something influential already. But the athletes on it were kind of weird. Did you see it?
No, I don't know that. I saw one. It was an eagle.
Right. So that's why I'm bringing it up,
Yeah.
because Jalen Hurts made this list.
Yeah. Interesting.
And very interesting.
And this is worldwide. This is not just United States.
Yeah, and I want to be congratulatory because I know he's a big fan of the pod and he cares about what we say. And I am congratulatory.
Yeah.
I'm happy for him.
So am I.
And I'm
I'd rather him be on the list than not on the list.
right, exactly. But like, Jessica, who else do you think might be on the list? Top of your head, other athletes, top 100 most influential.
LeBron James.
Wrong.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy?
That
it's
would've
a
been my
great
first
guess.
guess. That would've been my first guess.
That's
Okay, I want to go again.
well, all right.
So if it's
Simone Biles.
Yes. Wow, great guess. Yes.
Ronaldo.
Again?
No. Well, if you want, but it's like a not.
Whose turn is it again?
It's yours. That's what killed it.
Why are you making it a game?
I'm terrible.
The
at
rest of this is silly to me. I'm
It's-
just going to say it. Serena
it's
Williams.
Oh my God.
But I mean,
But that's
it doesn't.
outdated now.
It is
She doesn't
just
play
people. It
anymore.
doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not about athletes though. It's just top
so-
100 most influential people. They put her in the athlete category.
Tiger Woods.
Brianna Stewart. Don't know why. I mean, she did win the championship, but I mean, what's WNBA doing for the world?
I know, and how influential, like how many people know about Brianna Stewart?
Yeah. Maybe she's a really great philanthropist and we don't know about it. I don't know if that makes you, I don't know.
I mean-
Nafisa Collier.
The basketball player from UConn as well, yeah.
All right.
I know these people, but
And
like
then Leon Marchand, the swimmer
Swimmer,
from
yeah.
France.
I know these people.
I mean, he's, I guess, because he's breaking Phelps records and
Yeah.
stuff, but I don't know how, I mean, is he changing the sport for France or, I don't know. France has been good swimmer. I thought it was a weird list. I don't know how to feel about Jalen Hurts on it.
That's a weird list because, like, of all these people, I feel like they're not the strongest opinionated, and they're not just out there saying
Like
these.
LeBron's out here trying to lead, like get people out to vote,
Yeah.
building schools.
Yeah. And
got
he's
him
a
on the
household name.
list.
These are not like Leon Marchand, an Olympian, a gold medalist at that, one of the best swimmers ever. He's probably not a household name.
Yeah. I don't
Brandon
know.
Stewart, not a household name. Nafisa Collier definitely is not a household name, even
Who?
though Nafisa
Exactly.
yeah, a
Maybe.
basketball player,
All right.
WNBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
WNBA?
think they had like 6 categories for it. It was like a Titan, a Trailblazer, an artist, something, and then like Jalen Hurts, a leader. I forget what Jalen Hurts fell into.
He's a leader.
So even like a Tom Brady wouldn't even be on this list.
He might be, and
Well, I'm confused.
They didn't count him as an athlete
Because he's not playing.
if he is on the list.
I feel
Well, no,
like
he
it
might
should
not
be
be on the
current
list.
athletes. That makes more sense to me.
It's not has nothing to do with athletes.
Oh.
It's just the top 100
Is it the
most.
People's Magazine thing?
Yes.
I think it's time.
times.
Yeah, that's what I thought
And
it
like
was.
Michael
Okay.
Jordan.
I mean, there might be one that is athlete
Like
specific.
Taylor Swift was #1 last year.
She might be on the list
She's
again. I'm sure she
definitely
is.
That made
yeah.
sense last year.
Why didn't it make sense
yeah.
this year?
Yeah. But there was only 6 athletes, is what I was saying, and Hurts was one of them.
He won the Super Bowl, and he was the
He's
MVP.
the quarterback leader of the team who won the biggest sport in America. So,
I mean, and they did by a
but
landslide.
like LeBron James isn't on it, is what I'm trying to say. And Nafisa
He's not
Collier,
at
Ronaldo's
influential
not-
anymore.
Yeah,
LeBron.
Maybe
yeah.
he's just not that influential
Messi's not
anymore.
on it.
Not that influential anymore.
All right. Anyway, that was gonna be my 2-minute drill, but I was just looking at it before the show started, and I wanted to bring it up.
Well, thank you for bringing it up.
Had you seen it before, or
The whole list at all?
Yeah, no,
Or just like the people that
any of what I said? Yeah.
I've only seen Jalen Hurts. That was the
Okay.
one headline. Jalen Hurts makes top 100 influential people.
Yeah. I
In the
mean,
world.
congrats on a weird
Huge.
thing.
Huge.
Jessica, all you. Take it away.
Spin the wheel.
All right. Thanks for the music.
Okay, this one's light and fluffy.
Great.
Okay. Great.
Top 5 sports you'd love to be good at.
I think we've done this
we
one
already
before.
did that.
Really?
Yeah, it was the first episode.
Oops.
Yeah, we did because it was like hockey and
Really?
golf and soccer and basketball
Oh.
and
Yeah.
football.
Well, there you
Pickleball.
go. They officially, I got the.
We ran out of ideas.
No. Usually I know when it does that. All right.
All right, you need a respin?
I do.
I'll hit the respin.
All right. Thanks, Dave.
Okay.
It's a bigger wheel.
Yeah.
You spun it harder than I did.
Yeah. You gotta be lifting, bro.
Yeah.
How'd you guys remember that?
Muscle milk.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's my answer.
All right. Top 5 most impressive individual seasons in sports history.
Wow, that's great. I'll start, please.
A great saison. Okay.
Yeah, baby. You playing?
I don't know.
All right. Me and Dave. Top 5. I'm just going to lead off because I don't want for people to think we're like building a list. I'm going to say 2012, Lionel Messi, 91 goals in one season. I believe he had like upwards of 25 assists too. Most goals ever. Manchester United won the Premier League that season and had less goals than Messi did by himself. That's my number 1.
Quasi. I'm gonna go be a prisoner of the moment here and do Nikola Jokic this year. Top 3 in points, rebounds, and assists. And then
Oh, true. You want to elaborate on that a little bit? Because I thought you were going to say like the triple-double year, but then obviously Russ and other people did. But
yeah,
top 3 in points, rebounds, and
never
assists
been done
is
before.
Crazy.
Yeah. And one of the
top
highest
10 is crazy.
one of the highest PERs. And I think he's like top 5 in steals as well.
Yes.
Or steals, he might be top 3.
Yeah, he's like almost 2 a game.
Okay, so yeah, that's gonna be my number 1. And then we discussed this off the pod, but I'm gonna still say it because it's still kind of impressive, even though it's maybe against the lower level teams. But Cristiano Ronaldo, 16 goals in a Champions League season.
That is very, 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 very good. All right. I wrote down a couple. I promise I wasn't Googling. I just didn't want to forget. But the 2 I have are baseball ones.
You bastard! I was going baseball.
And I don't. I can get really specific, but it's not. That wouldn't be fun. Like talking Pedro Martinez or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna say Barry Bonds 73 home run season. That was insane. Obviously,
Yeah.
hasn't been broken. May never be broken. And then I don't know if this is his best year because when Ohtani was, so maybe you can steal another one if you know the kind of the stats off the top of your head of why it makes it great.
Yeah.
But when he was with the Angels pitching and hitting, that was insane winning MVP. But I'm actually going to go with his Dodgers season last year when he was the first person to do 50-50 because 40-40 is that club. Honestly, even 30-30. I'm talking home runs and stolen bases.
Mm-hmm.
That is like a historic club. He was the first to 50-50 and that was pretty insane.
Damn, I'm pulling out of my ace right now. I will go with Steph Curry's first season when he broke the 3-point record. I know he's done it multiple times over, but just to do it then and then, it was just insane. So that single season for sure.
Is that when he won the unanimous MVP or no?
I'm not sure because would that been his first MVP? I don't know.
I don't know if he broke it and won MVP in the same
In the
year.
same season.
But the 3-point record is the.
And who do I want to pick on here? Maybe was it Peyton Manning? Was it 5K? Breaking the 5K barrier?
And 55.
And 55 touchdowns? Yeah. I'll go with that one there.
Yeah, I guess you should just go with that one. That's
Yeah.
a great pick. Shit. I don't know if I have 2. I think I only have 1 right now. I don't know the exact year, but it was in the late 80s. I'm going to go with Gretzky. The year he had 163 assists. I saw this tier list the other day, and it was like 160 plus, 150 plus, 140 plus, 130, 20. And I didn't realize he had this year. It was, again, I don't exactly remember, but it was in the late 80s. He had 163, and it's just him by himself. And then it's a gap, and then it's a row full of him at like a 140. And then even the next one, 130 plus, is like 7 hymns and then like 2 other guys. But there's this one year where he had 163, and then the next best is like 148. So I'm going with that year. And then my final pick, right? This is my fifth.
Yeah, it's your fifth.
All right. I think I'm going to go with the year Jordan won MVP, All-Star MVP, Finals MVP, scoring champ, and Defensive Player of the Year.
In 1996.
I think he did it a couple times, but I believe I'll go with 95.
Probably
Just picking
1996.
here in the 90s.
Yeah, 96, sure.
What was the question again?
Best individual
That's
seasons.
individual
Yeah,
seasons.
most impressive.
I love my
mean,
list.
Yeah, I'm going to say one for honorable mention, but I'll go CJ2K. Chris Johnson, running back for the Titans when he got the 2,000-yard year.
I just thought of a good honorable mention.
I have one too that I want to say.
Yeah, you go.
So I was going back and forth between these two, but AP coming off an injury, and I don't know if it was 2,000, but it was damn near 2,000.
No, it was.
It was 2,000?
It was 2,096 yards.
Okay, that was my honorable mention. Was
Yeah.
that yours as well?
No,
Okay.
that's a great one.
Okay.
But that's your. Did you have to snake or not?
No,
You only had
I
one
just
there.
had
You went
one,
CJ.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Mine was gonna be LaDainian Tomlinson's 28 touchdown season.
Okay.
'Cause that's, like,
total
crazy.
touchdowns.
Yeah, it might have been 31 total actually.
Really?
It's
So 28 rushing.
Yeah.
Jesus, what him on his fantasy.
Yeah, Jamie, can you look that up? Most touchdowns scored by a running back in a season. I know it's LaDainian Tomlinson. It's either 28 total or 31.
I mean, you can pick out any one of Jamar Chase's or what's his
Yeah.
name's recent
Jerry Rice.
seasons.
What was it?
It's him.
Wait,
Carlson.
I know
How
it's
many?
him. But how many touchdowns?
28.
Okay.
21.
Yeah. That's the season I always remember. Can you look up, Jessica, that question? Were you looking into that at all or no?
Yeah, you guys could have hit Connor McDavid last year.
Yeah.
Cooper Cup in 2021 they had.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Triple Crown. That's good. Miggy Cabrera. Triple
Brady
Crown.
in 2007.
Yeah.
Is that the Randy Moss year?
Ooh.
I think it had to be because I think those are his best numbers of his career when he got a real number one.
You think the one Brady season they're going to put on there is a non-Super Bowl year?
Yeah. It's regular season, though, isn't it?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it's definitely that year then.
Yeah.
I thought maybe.
And that was
08,
18 and 0.
Let's see.
16 and 0.
16, I know, but they went 18.
Oh, yeah. Well,
18, yeah. 18 to 1.
18 You can't pick one or the other. Sound like Alex.
They
out
went
here.
18.
When we started golfing, Alex was like, I'm gonna just play to the green and then pick up and just add a stroke. And I'm like, because I can't putt. I'm like, that's not
how
it works at all. That's like, you can't do that. That's one of the hardest. Like, you could 3-putt multiple times around. No, like, we're not that good. Anyone else, Jessica? Or did we get most of the
I'm
people?
trying to get to number
That'd be
one,
ideal for your
but
golf
it's-
game, though.
It's a long list.
No, it's just like I have.
So many ads.
Yeah, let me see who number one was. Wilt Chamberlain,
Well,
Yeah, it doesn't count. It's in
Wayne Gretzky,
lost footage.
Babe
Yeah.
Ruth, Oscar Robinson,
Yeah, the triple double
the
for
Tom
Robertson.
Brady we said. I don't know who that is. Ted Williams is old, and then it goes into LaDainian. Yeah,
LT, you're on the list, boys.
Pedro Martinez in 2000.
yeah.
You didn't want to give it to him.
Bob Gibson,
No.
old. Jerry Rice,
Yes.
Dan Marino, Randy Moss, Walter Johnson.
That was also an undefeated season at Dan Marino.
Chris Johnson,
CJ.
Sean Alexander,
Really?
Michael Jordan. That
So,
was like Bleacher
I'm looking
Report's
at a
top
list.
20.
It has Shohei Ohtani number 1, Wilt number 2. But
Oh.
that Shohei Ohtani season is the one I was saying.
2023.
The Angels won?
2021.
The Angels.
Because he had 46 homers, 100 RBIs, 26 stolen bases. But then he had a 3.1 ERA with 23 games started and 156 Ks in 130 innings. So that
That's
is
just a
crazy.
stupid baseball player.
Yeah.
Like,
Tiger Woods in 2000. That'd been a great pull.
I couldn't think of the year. But what did he win that year?
Everything.
Oh.
He's the
You
only.
just said the year when Tiger won
I
everything.
think he's the only person. Well, let's hold off because it's a great segue.
Actually, there's one more. Djokovic.
Oh, true.
He had to have a year. I think he won. Was it 5 majors?
Did he sweep the Grand Slam?
I don't know if he swept because Alcaraz might have won. It was recent, right? But he won like 5 out of 6 or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, Djokovic he has to have one of the greatest. Well, I guess I can just keep scrolling, but we should probably segue.
Yeah.
As I'm scrolling, Bo Jackson. I guess that's a weird one.
Well, now you're in like the outskirts.
Djokovic's 2015 season, he won 10 major titles, 3 Grand Slams,
God,
ATP
dang.
finals, and 6 Masters 1000 events.
Harper homered.
Oh,
Let's go.
Marge. Oh, someone signed into your thing.
I'll just hit
Let's
it and ruin it. It's
go.
4-4
Yeah.
now.
Love
Ruined
that for
it
my
for them.
fantasy team. Dude, my fantasy team suffered
truth.
the first loss last week, and it was a double whammy. So there's 10 people in the league. We finished 6th in terms of points scored, so we got 2 losses for the week. We doubled down on the losses.
That's fine. Big week ahead.
Long season.
Long season. All right. So we talked about Tiger. We can talk about him again because he obviously is a Masters winner. But the Masters came and went. Ave. Pretty legendary ending in particular, but mostly just in general. Historic winner. Because after 11 years of having 3 out of the 4, Rory finally wins the Masters and collected. They call it the Grand Slam, right? When you've done that.
Same in tennis, I guess.
Yeah, no, tennis. I think the tournaments themselves are called Grand Slams. If Djokovic won 3 Grand Slams,
No, I think
in
you
one
have
year,
to win the Grand Slam.
Well, Abe said Jokic.
No, he won 3 Grand Slams in a year.
Yeah, so it must not. That can't.
Well, then maybe it's just winning like more than one.
That doesn't.
I'll Google
I think
it.
the Grand Slams are like Wimbledon,
Right.
French Open.
But to be considered a Grand Slam winner in golf, you have to have won all 4. Only I believe Rory's now the 6th person to ever do that. It's the U.S. Open, the Masters, and I wish Mike was here. I sound like a rookie. What's the 4th one?
What of the
golf?
What makes
tournaments.
up the Grand Slam of the golf tournaments?
U.S. Open,
The Players.
the Players Championship.
So he had won 3, all 3 of those young, and then 11 years it took him to.
So he
to win the
collected
Masters.
the first 3, and then it took him 11 years to get that 4th title.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
And the Masters is tough to win, obviously, but that's why, like Brooks Koepka, people think he's great because he has 5 majors, I think. I don't think he has the Grand Slam, but I believe he's won 5 majors, even though. And like you even asked Mike, it's like that's all that matters. That's like playoffs. So they have like their golf season, and then there's a major, a little bit more just like competition, major, a little bit more competition, major, a little bit more competition, Masters.
It's cool that why is the Masters first in April?
Is it first?
Yeah.
This might be the end of the golf season.
Masters is April, the U.S. Open's in June, the Open Championship, which is the British Open, is in July, and then the PGA is in May, which must be. Is that what's near us now?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it is.
So we just happen to be hosting it in Philly.
Yeah, I guess the Masters is first. I thought the chart I saw had it it had it wrapped around. Well, no, that would still. I don't know.
It didn't make sense. I mean, it's just getting nice outside. So.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So Rory McIlroy won. It was pretty intense. So he was out to a healthy lead going into Sunday. He, DeChambeau, and Justin Rose were competing the whole time. DeChambeau choked it away on the last day. He didn't even end up finishing top 5, and he was pretty close to leading the way. Rory started to choke. Well, he was way ahead, and then on the back 9 of the last day, he went bogey, par, double bogey, bogey to start the back 9, or close to maybe he did that like on 11 through 15, but in the beginning of the back 9. Justin Rose, who was leading like the up until the cut, actually had a bad Saturday and fell off a little bit, but then came back on the last day to tie Rory, or really, I guess Rory dropped down.
Yeah.
They end up going to a playoff. Rory hits a beautiful shot. Well, actually,
You gotta
even
talk about 18.
worse, dude. Yeah,
Talk about 18,
yeah. So as Rory's choking, he still puts himself in a position, right, where
He's
he just
up one
needed to
stroke.
par.
Yeah.
He just needed to par to win the whole Masters. And he bogeys 18, but not only does he bogey, he misses like a 3-4 foot putt.
Yeah.
Which is honestly classic Rory, which was gut wrenching. Jessica was actually late to an event I had because she didn't leave the house and kept watching it. But yeah, so Rory wins. Scheffler, I think, sneakily just came in fourth, which like nobody really talked about him, but it's not easy to come in fourth at the Masters. So.
But it's weird not seeing Scotty winning because the pace that he's been on the last year or so.
Yeah, they make so much.
Yeah, can you give me the figures? What are the figures like?
I have them.
$4 million.
Rory, 4.2. Justin Rose in second, 2.2. Patrick Reed in third, 1.4. Scotty Scheffler, 1 million. And then Sanjay and Bryson DeChambeau tied for fifth, 798,000.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
so like
100%.
Xander,
You know what
Scheffler,
sucks though? Justin Rose coming so close and then losing $2 million. I mean, he's still making $2 million, but he lost that one.
Yeah, they make money up until 52.
If you make the cut, right?
So the last 52 made $49,980, so about $50,000.
Not bad.
How much is it to get in?
I saw this post and everybody. It was like everybody's first event's winnings. Jack Nicklaus won $33 because he came in 50th at his first event. I think what's his name? Ricky Fowler did okay. He came in 7th and won like $100,000 or something.
Sheesh.
John Rahm came in 3rd in his first PGA event, won $400,000. Rory was like
it's a Lamborghini yours.
$13,000 or something, but it was cool. They all looked young. It was their first event. Did you have anything to add to the actual performance or weekend? Because I have like a funny kind of Masters thing to talk about.
I do.
No, I just wanted to make sure that we covered hole 18 for Rory, but he came back.
Yeah, he did come back, and that second shot on 18 was unreal.
Yeah. I have one question actually.
Yeah.
But Mike might be the better person to answer. So when they
sure
were
he
going
will be.
into the playoffs, the rule was they would play 18, and then if it was still tied, they go to 9, and if it was still tied, they go back to 18. Is that for every single course, or is that just the Masters?
I do not know.
They were just cycling 18 and 9.
I do not know.
I want to say that's it'd have to be standard.
Yeah, I don't know why they would change it for the Masters.
If I had to guess.
I know they definitely go back to 18 all the time. I don't know what happens after that.
Got you.
Because they're like there already.
Right.
I don't know.
Dude, one person's Agni, though. They could be both there, actually.
Huh?
Because it's like Rory just missed that putt on 18, then he has to go back to 18.
Yeah, true. He got redemption, though.
He did.
So you did have something to add on the performances?
And kind of on the performances, but just a funny stat. So 1,029 balls were hit by Bryson in the range this week. How many do you think Rory hit?
200.
87.
373.
Dang. Yeah, Bryson's a nerd, dude. You said Bryson?
Yeah,
DeChambeau?
Bryson DeChambeau.
Yeah, he practices all the time. And like he wants to know his spin rate.
He's doing YouTube now, right?
Yeah, but he's a physics graduate.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
He hangs out with...
That's what Mike told me, at least.
He does the get the hole-in-one over his house.
Yeah, he did it.
Oh, he did it?
Yeah.
How many tries?
Less than a month, I think.
Oh.
But he did, like, on day 1, he took 1 shot. Day 2, he got 2 shots. Day 3, he got 3 shots. I think he did it in, like, I don't know, day 17.
Sheesh.
But yeah, it was over his mansion,
Yeah.
and then he had a little golf hole on the other side. We
How
would
many
be breaking a lot.
windows?
Zero.
It's so good. It was such a smooth
All
swing,
off
too.
turf. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, rats.
He's like, get in there. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, I believe that because
I also watched Rory on like another fun one. Like there was I think it was like a BMW like SUV, and they had both the front like passenger and driver windows, and he would just like the goal is to hit it through onto
Was
the
that
green.
real?
I was watching it, and it looked
I was
real.
trying to find the ball the whole way, but he was so nonchalant. He hits a stinger
Yeah.
through the windows of a BMW that like the windows are down. It's probably like 30 yards away, and then it like and then goes up through.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, oh, and then like everyone's chuckling. He drops another ball down and does it again. I don't know. Kind of not that.
Well, imagine
It's a
if
great
this
He
was
probably
a
could
job.
do it,
Yeah.
but
He'd probably break a few.
there's no
windows.
dent.
Could you
There's
do
no
it?
dent
You
in the
throw a
car.
baseball through that?
Yes.
That's different though.
Yes.
But that's his
baseball.
thing.
Well, I understand, but I'm saying like there might be not maybe not on the first one, and there's like not one dent in that car.
Mm.
I don't know.
We would dent it for sure.
I wouldn't even get near the car.
Yeah, I'd be like, I don't know, I'd hit it
Where's
that
the
way,
logo?
maybe. All right, wrapping up the Masters. This story I wanted to tell. The Masters marker. Do either of you guys know what that is?
Nope.
All right, so
Explain it to me like I'm 5.
when the cut isn't like the top X amount of people. You have to be under a certain stroke count. So what happens is like if the cut is at 2 under, and there is 47 people who qualify, that is not a factor of 4. So that's 12. Almost 12 groups of 4, but it's not. So the Masters marker is a guy who comes and plays in that group to keep the pace and to play along, and so that it's 2 and 2.
Yeah.
Or it's 4 total people.
Wow, that's my new dream job.
Yeah. There's a guy. So he was like apparently golfing out of his mind, but there's a dude from the past who had beat Sergio Garcia, and he beat, oh gosh, I forget who the other guy was. Well, one guy didn't care that much because I think he was like hurt or something and wasn't expecting to do that well. But apparently Sergio Garcia was like pissed and didn't shake his hand. But what was his name? Something Knox or something. I forget. But he's like a legendary Masters marker.
Mm-hmm.
And the one of the players that he played with was like, I've never seen somebody play the greens at Augusta as well as this guy. So I just thought that's an awesome job. This dude, Michael McDermott, he's also a member at the 5th and 6th best golf courses in the world or in America, maybe the world,
Probably the world. Yeah.
I think America. And I think he's like the CEO of some company. And like, this is another thing that he does. He's the current like Masters marker. I don't know if it changes yearly or I doubt it, but I don't know how it happens, but it sounds like the coolest job ever.
That's insane. Wait, did he play Friday and Saturday, or he just hopped in?
No, no. He played Saturday. He didn't play Thursday or Friday.
Okay,
because he's not in the tournament. But he just finds out if there's an odd number.
His name's Tommy Knox.
Tommy Knox is,
and
the
he's
guy.
Also known as the
Tommy Knox is a
Thunder.
great name.
And he is the official Masters. That's his
he's the
job.
guy.
He is the guy.
Oh well, this guy did it. Someone else did it this year, I think.
He actually has history. Knox's work is highly respected in the golfing world. As part of Augusta National's greenskeeper team, he helps make decisions about the course layout, including where
he's
the
got
flags
insider trading
will
going
be
on.
placed on the green. He can have significant impact on the difficulty of the course. Wow.
So he knows what he's doing. Anyway, I thought I'd share it because that seems really cool.
Yeah, that seems really, really cool. Just to
been-
hop in. Well,
He's been there for decades.
Huh?
Decades.
He did it for decades.
He's doing it for decades.
Well, who's Michael McDermott? Because that's who did it this past time.
Michael McD.
I definitely saw an article about him. You want to segue us into basketball, Eve?
Yeah, the basketball,
I mean, you
the
can still look that up, Jessica.
play-ins
I wanted
and
to play a
playoffs
game.
are.
Okay, Jessica's got a game to play. I literally looked at you 10 minutes ago and said,
I have it
anything
in
to add?
pink
Let's put a
on the
pin on that
script.
basketball talk.
I asked if you had anything to add. You said no. You said Rory and Bryson took shots on the range.
Well, I
And then-
saw something cool.
All right, you're like a dog.
We're gonna put a pin in this basketball.
Yeah,
talk
we'll get back to basketball. What is your game, Jessica?
I saw something cool, and the reference is Golf Digest.
Okay.
They did for the Masters. They did fact or myth.
Fact or myth?
So you guys get to play.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go with fact or myth. Hostages were once taken at the club by a man demanding to speak to President Reagan.
True. It's too specific. Fact.
I didn't hear it, so
True.
I'm going to go with Ave.
There is a lone palm tree on the course.
Myth.
Myth.
True.
Really?
Where is it? It's in Georgia.
Yeah, I
They can
guess that
grow them
makes
there.
sense. No, only one.
The telecast pipes in fake birds. Or bird sounds, sorry.
Myth.
Fact.
Fake.
It doesn't?
No.
Oh, you're right. That'd be corny.
Why would they do that?
That'd be trashy. Ambiance?
There's a house in the middle of the Masters parking lot that the owners won't sell.
True. That feels like a true.
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 Nice.
I would
It
say.
feels like it's such an
By the
exclusive
way,
place.
the
though.
marker this year was Michael McDermott. Go ahead.
Well, you know what?
Huh.
I asked ChatGPT that question. So I'm going to
ChatGPT's
ask
not up to
them.
date. It doesn't know what happened this weekend.
I'm going to ask them why they lied to me after this.
Yeah, you should. Well, if Knox was all the way up until last year, that's what I was trying to clarify. Anyway, continue.
Every champion donates a club to Augusta National for its championship collection.
I don't know.
Myth.
It is a myth because one guy in 1992 didn't do it.
That'd be me.
Yeah.
Like, why am I giving them my club? It's my favorite club.
Well, I guess everyone
Okay,
else
great.
did.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Cattle roamed the club grounds during World War II to maintain the course.
Maintain it.
I'm going to say yes.
Myth.
True.
Damn.
Nice. I feel like the old people back then were like, oh, the fertilizer, and they'll, I don't know,
Yeah.
walk through the grass. I'm telling you.
Probably great beef.
I've been around old farmer people a lot.
I'll do one more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hazardous chemicals are put in the ponds and creeks to keep them clean.
Myth.
Myth.
Let's go.
Those are interesting, aren't they?
Very.
Yeah.
Very,
We
very.
know ball, though.
Yes.
And truth is, a patron was once arrested for stealing sand from the golf course.
Damn, worth it.
I put
Yeah.
a couple in my
That's
pocket.
worth trying.
Yeah.
How do you get close enough? I guess there's a fairway bunker that's kind of near the.
Sneak
Oh,
away
you
with
had to
like
run over and then steal it and try
Well,
and
no,
run
if
away
there's a
with
fairway
it.
bunker near where the fans stand, you're like, oh, trip and fall.
sneak away on a Sunday. All the players have passed already.
Oh yeah, like you're at hole 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
The
You can
sneaky,
put in
sneaky.
like a little bottle and be like Masters the year. They should
People are-
try that.
People are watching.
Huh?
People are waiting for lingerers in the back.
Probably. They probably move you on as
Yeah.
people progress.
Yeah. All right, Ave. NBA. Enough golf. People
NBA
are bored.
playoffs, play in. We're here. It's that time of the year where these games become very, very important. Do we need to cover the play-in scenarios
I mean, I got the
or like
one
the
seeds
gist
winning.
of it?
Sure,
Like the play-ins.
sure.
Play-ins. What happens is
Oh no, not the gist of it. No.
okay. So we're not okay. We don't need to do that. Everybody's up to speed there.
People know how the play-ins work at this point.
Yep. But 7th and 8th seeds, there was one blowout and then one really, really good game last night. So I'm just gonna breeze through the blowout. But the Magic beat the Hawks 120-95. It was a 3-point game in the third quarter. The Magic started putting belt to and they ended up winning the game by 25 points. I love to see it. Love to see P5. What's the German kid? Can't think of his name, but he's a
Wagner?
beast. Yep, his brother though, not Mo.
Franz.
Yeah, Franz is a beast. Yeah,
There's a couple. Isn't there another white guy on the Magic? There's 3 guys on the Magic.
Giga Batadze.
Suggs.
He's not white.
No. I was just, sorry. I thought white at first, but
Yeah.
then I was just trying to say, like, isn't there a third guy who's really good on the Magic?
Suggs. They've got Cole Anthony as well.
Oh,
Cole Anthony
wow.
had like 30
And
something.
Paolo Benchera.
Yeah, that's P5.
Yeah, I know. But okay. I was saying P5,
Yeah.
Wagner, and then there was a third. My third would definitely be Suggs over Cole Anthony,
Well,
I think.
I think Cole Anthony's like Suggs is like a great defender in the NBA, but he's
Yeah.
not like he was at Gonzaga.
Okay.
But Cole Anthony's a better scorer, I would say, in the NBA.
Yeah. Well, they won big, and so,
They won huge, yeah. And they're gonna play. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
But and then the Warriors versus Grizz. There's a little bit of a rivalry here. They've been going back and forth these past couple years. The Grizzlies have been really good, and obviously the Warriors have championship caliber. But really, really good game. This one went down to the wire. There's actually, I want to bring this up because I added it here, but there's actually the YouTube video that just plays for the last 5 minutes of the game. I thought it was really, really cool. I watched it this morning. But Steph Curry
he went off.
Jimmy Butler was going off the whole game. Steph kind of closed it at the end, but the Warriors ended up beating the Grizzlies 121-116 to move into the playoffs. And yeah, go watch that YouTube last 5-minute highlights. It was really, really fun to see.
Yeah, I saw some of it. I saw John Morant getting in, I was going to say getting in Steph's head. He put 37 up, so he didn't get in his head.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Jazz always causing problems. I think that's the rivalry is almost like
Well, it's all the Dylan Brooks, all that as well.
Yeah,
Tie him into the mix, even though he's not there anymore.
yeah. The way I see it, it's like the Warriors. By the time the Grizzlies got good, although the Warriors did win in 2022, but
Not too far away.
the Grizzlies were like a young up and coming team that was very tough to beat at the very least. Like they're
Great grind,
high
yeah.
flying,
Yeah.
fast, yeah. And the Warriors are aging out, but have all the legacy and like are more refined, better basketball playing team. So like they try not to care, but they got the ratty little Grizzlies in their face, and then Draymond eventually snaps and is like pissed. Even Curry doesn't seem to like them very much. So it was a good matchup. It was a close game, 121-116. But personally, I'm happy to see the Warriors advance.
Me too. I want to bring up. There's this quote from Jimmy Butler. He was like, "If I'm on the team, I think we can beat any team in the NBA. But if Steph Curry is on this team, I know we can beat any team in the NBA," which is a really, really sick quote. And then he also said that I feel good being Robin to Steph Curry's Batman. We've always been saying Jimmy Butler's like a 1A. Yeah. And he's one of the best 1As in recent history. So this should be a really, really fun playoff ride. They're going up against the Houston Rockets.
Yeah, we will talk maybe, but
we got some 9 and 10 games. We got some 9 and 10 games going on tonight. Heat versus Bulls. Not really into it. I think these teams are probably going to lose to who do they play? They play the Hawks,
Cavs.
I guess. Oh, in the next round. But I'm saying, and just to make it to the playoffs. Yeah,
I mean the Magic are going to advance. I think.
I have one.
Oh no, wait, you're right. The Magic are already in, so they're going to play the Hawks.
Yeah, they're going to play the Hawks, and then the winner of the Mavs Kings will end up going against the Grizzlies. I think they get beat as well by OKC.
Yeah.
Speaking of an 8th seed team, who was the last 8th seed to beat the number 1 seed?
Sixers.
No.
Heat.
I thought it was the Sixers. Yep. Damn, that's quick.
Yeah. I know ball, my boy.
But yeah, they beat the Bucks in 2023. But Sixers were the last team before that.
Before that?
Yeah, because of D-Rose injury.
I forgot about the Heats.
Nice.
I'm autistic, brother. All right. I want to run through my bracket really quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I'll speak to it, and then since I already built mine, I don't think you built yours, so you can just.
Mine.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me get mine out. Actually, Mike sent me his link, but I can't see.
You can't see the
only
actual playoffs.
Although, so we know who he has winning at least. All right, I guess let's just go game to game. How long should we dwell on each one? Not that long, right?
Not that long. No.
All right, OKC is going to win against the Grizzlies, I guess.
Yeah, I have that as well.
Okay, you like hesitated. I was like, is he about to say something crazy?
No.
Nuggets Clippers. I'm going to say how many games I got them in.
Okay, fair enough.
I got Nuggets in 6.
So I know I called the Nuggets winning it a couple podcasts ago, but since then they have fired their coach, and I went the opposite direction.
Okay.
Here, and I'm gonna pick.
You think they went from winning the NBA championship to not getting out of the first round because of Mike Malone?
They're just so disorganized now. Like you need a steady ship to do well.
Well,
in these playoffs.
That's a bad GM move then.
It's a terrible move. I mean, the playoffs are right around the corner. But yeah, I have the Clippers in 6.
Wow. Okay. All right. Then I got Lakers in 5.
I've also got Lakers, but Lakers in 6.
Okay. I got. Well, do you want to? Oh, you can lead off with the East ones then.
Okay.
I got Warriors in 7.
I got the Warriors. I got the Warriors in 5.
In 5.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like what I saw from the Warriors last night. I like what I'm seeing from Jimmy Butler and it's Steph Curry. I really like that team. I know the Rockets had a great season. A bunch of young guys. Ime Udoka's a great coach, but the Warriors.
I'm with you. I just had them in 7. I can't believe you only got Rockets winning 1 game.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got in the East?
So it's TBD who the Cavs play, but that'll be a sweep.
Yeah. I got Cavs too.
Bucks versus Pacers. I'm gonna take the Bucks. I know Dame's out, so give me the Bucks in. He's out for at least the beginning of the series. I'm gonna take the Bucks in 6.
Yeah, I had the Bucks in 5, but Dame being out could convince me to go 6.
Knicks versus Pistons. Tobias Harris is a playoff basketball player this year. Love what they're doing out there in Detroit. Katie Cunningham was phenomenal this year. But give me the Knickerbockers in 6.
I was actually very close on this one. I really wanted to take the Pistons in 7, but I think I'm going to go Knicks in 7 instead.
Knicks in 7?
Yeah.
Okay. Celtics versus Magic. This will be a quick one. I think the Magic get 1 game in the series, but I've got the Celtics moving on.
Me too. All right, back to the top. Thunder Nuggets for me, Thunder Clippers for you.
Yep.
I'm taking Thunder in I'm taking Thunder in 6 over the Nuggets.
Remember I was saying the Thunder can't get it done because they're so young and they haven't been there before?
Yeah.
I also took the Thunder, and I'm going to take them in 6 here. Have you seen what Kawhi did in that last game of the season, though, against the Warriors? He looked real good. Yeah, he looked
He's
like
a playoff guy, too.
Yeah, and he's healthy, rested. It's a scary sight, but I'm still picking the Thunder in 6.
I forget how good I'm a big Kawhi fan. I just
he's
constantly
unbelievable
forget.
when he plays, but like he just never plays.
Yeah. All right. Lakers and
Warriors. The series that everybody wants to see.
Yeah.
Bron versus Steph again.
I think I'm gonna go Lakers in 7.
Lakers in 6.
Yeah. I was tiptoeing. I wasn't tiptoeing between Warriors or Lakers. It was 6 or 7 games.
So now we're into the East here. And I'm hoping that Dame Lillard will be back here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking the Cavaliers are having one of those Atlanta Hawks, like early 2010s runs.
Toronto Raptors.
Yeah, Toronto Raptors. They
Yeah.
just meet the guy, and, Giannis is too much for them. But I'm going to go Bucks in 6 here.
I concur. I actually also have Bucks. I'm gonna go Bucks in 7 though. Give the Cavs the benefit of the doubt.
I got that. I like that.
Yeah.
Knicks Celtics, old school rivalry. The Celtics are, I think, the best team in basketball here. So I just took the Celtics. I'll say this will go 6. Celtics in 6 over the Knicks.
Wow. For me, I'm definitely Celtics. I'm between 4 or 5.
Really, it's going to be that quick.
Yeah. So I'll go 5 just to be safe.
Okay. Fair enough. I think the Knicks will put up a fight. I do like the roster movements they made over the summer, and I got them going to 6.
Okay. 4 more teams. Thunder Lakers. We both have Thunder Lakers, right?
Yeah. I think we both have the same conference finals here.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Lakers. I'm gonna say 6. I'm gonna say Lakers in 6 there. I don't think it goes 7.
All right. Well, this is where that lack of experience is going to hurt the Thunder and help the Lakers. I'm gonna go Lakers in 5 over the 1 seed. Yeah, over the 1 seed.
But so I'm saying 6 particular because I have Lakers going 7 in Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
So like assuming that happens.
Yeah.
And Thunder, I have the Thunder in 5.
They
or
sneak
6.
in a couple games early when they're tired.
So anyway, we both got Lakers. Celtics, Bucks. That's you.
Celtics, Bucks. I'm gonna take the green team.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to take the Celtics here. Celtics in 6 here to move back to the NBA Finals.
Yeah, me too. I got Celtics in 5. So
Yeah.
we're a little bit. We're pretty close, but we have different ways we think these are going to go.
Yeah. You want to go like on 3, our championship pick?
If you want.
Jess, can you count down to 3? Count down 1, 2, 3, go, and then we'll say our NBA champion this year.
And game. And amount of games.
We can say our amount of games after. I just want to hear if we're both on the same wave here.
All right.
1.
You're going the wrong way.
Oh. 3.
Okay.
2.
Mm-hmm.
1.
Lakers in
Celtics.
5.
In 6 again. Celtics going back to back.
Yeah, I think that's probably the smarter choice. But I want to see the Lakers win, so I'm going Lakers. This will all be posted. We're gonna post our brackets. We'll have a vote. You guys can vote to which one you like the most.
And what team did Michael J pick?
Lakers.
Yeah, he picked the Lakers.
So we'll see.
That'll be an interesting rivalry because this will be what 19 for the Celtics and like 18 for the Lakers or something crazy like that.
Yeah. How many? And they've met how many times in the finals?
That's a good
amount.
question. I don't know.
Jamie, can you look up how many times the Celtics and Lakers have met in the finals?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. Abe, one quick last thing. You mentioned Jokic. MVP race obviously comes to a close here.
Yeah.
We can talk first team, all that stuff, but I don't want to dwell too long on NBA. We can do that next week.
Yeah.
12.
12 times. That's a lot.
Sheesh.
And I Googled it this time because I don't trust ChatGPT.
Yeah, thank you. That being said, it's the last we're really going to talk MVP. Our final votes in some way until they actually make the vote. But my point is, there's no more games to be played.
Yes.
With that being said, who's your MVP?
Who's my MVP or who's going to win the MVP?
Who's your MVP?
Shea, and he's going to be the one that wins the MVP. Even though this is the most historic Jokic season ever, I'm weighing in the team wins into this conversation, and I'm going to go with Shea Gilchrist Alexander.
Shane Gillis Alexander. Okay, fair enough.
Where are you? Where's your head at with this one?
I'm with Jokic. I get the team wins, I get all that stuff, but I think not only the almost 30-point triple-double season and the steals and, just greatness that he was, I think the whole LeBron effect when he left Cleveland, like that's an argument I like to use against Jordan. LeBron's Cavs went from 62 wins to 17. Jordan's Bulls, when he left from 96 to 97, went from 57 wins down to 55.
They lost, yeah.
So it was two loss,
Yeah.
2-win fall off.
Yeah.
Jokic, his team is the worst in the NBA, statistically speaking, when he's off the court.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're not only are they like good, they're the best in
When
the
he's on the
NBA.
court.
So for me, that's the definition of the most valuable player.
Who's going to win the MVP this year?
Shane Gillis Alexander.
That's the thing.
I know I'm gonna be annoying with that joke, but I get his name wrong every time, so I'm just gonna do that and know that
it's a bit now.
yeah. I'm wrong, but it's way off, so that's fine. All right, another cool event this weekend, Ave, was the UFC 314. Is that right?
Yes, Sirski.
Mainly Patty the Batty against Michael Chandler and Alexander Volkanovski.
Yes.
Against Diego Lopez.
Yes.
So there was some pretty funny controversy in the not the weigh-ins, but like the prelim interviews.
Okay.
Not between anybody who was fighting, but it was Diego Lopez and then somebody else. So two Latin American guys.
Okay.
And Volk had a really funny he's like sitting next to
The other
Diego
guy.
Lopez, and he was yelling over him at someone else.
That he's not fighting.
What's going on? He's like, am I gonna have a fight? It's gonna happen early. So that was pretty funny. But anyway, do you want to talk us through what actually happened on fight night?
Yeah. I'll build it up to a prelim that I thought was really cool. But light heavyweight division, Dominic Reyes had an awesome fight with John Jones. Maybe he won the fight, maybe he didn't. And then his career kind of went sideways after that. He was losing fights. But he's won like 2 or 3 straight, and he's looking really, really good. He won by a TKO or KO in this past weekend. So he's one to watch in light heavyweight division.
You think he has potential to fight for the belt again ever?
If he keeps on winning, you can't. If he deserves it for sure. His record's only like I think it's like 15-5 or something like that. And like
I don't know if you know how old he is, but I guess my question was like, I don't know. Anderson Silva fought at a time when he's not going to fight for the belt again, but he just keeps fighting. People watch him and he gets paid.
Well, I mean, if he's knocking people out, like it's hard to deny people like that.
Okay.
And he's got a great story, so it would make sense and it would make a lot of money.
I'd assume the fight with John Bones Jones was for the belt at that point. Yeah.
And then moving on to the lightweight division, your boy Patty the Batty, probably his best fight in the UFC.
He looked good
for sure. There was some controversy in a couple previous fights, but this one he left absolutely no doubt. Went up there against a dog and got a TKO, elbows, ground strikes. Really dominated Michael Chandler. Was throwing kicks. I saw the finish. Like he was wild out there, and he was landing. Michael Chandler was all bloodied up, and just an all around fantastic performance. And it was awesome. Patty,
I mean, we allude to the fact that Michael Chandler, all he does is lose.
Yeah.
Which sucks because he is a good fighter. Yeah. And I don't just mean he's a good fighter relative to the average person. Obviously he is, but he's fought in the UFC seven times.
This is the 7th fight, yeah.
He's 2-5.
Yeah.
And Patty Pimblett's the worst fighter he's ever fought, I would say. At least
out of those guys. He's an up-and-coming guy. He's not like an established guy that Chandler's been fighting.
Yeah, and Chandler loses again.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I thought Chandler looked worse in this fight than he did against any other opponent.
I agree.
But Patty the Batty also looked fantastic.
Patty did look great. I always love seeing him like all ripped up because he'll put on 40 pounds in a month now. Linder was talking about it. He hates him because of that. But he did shoot me a text, all fair. He did say I was wrong about Patty.
Yeah.
He looks better than I thought. And I was like, yeah.
You know, it's funny. He's down there in Miami. He's got this visa, so he'll probably be down there for a little bit. So he might do it in a week.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he's going to be drinking a lot. And then Volk did something pretty historical.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You got it. So he won by unanimous decision.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about him was he's the first person, I believe, to have had the belt, lost twice trying to get it back, and then won on the third attempt.
Well, he lost trying to go up a weight. Like, he lost to Islam.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to become double champ. So he still retained the belt, and then he came back and lost it to Poirier.
Yeah, and then he won it back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that not what I said?
No. I thought you were saying like two separate occasions. He lost the.
He only lost
the belt once. Yeah.
Okay.
In that division.
I thought he lost it.
Mm-mm.
Tried to get it back and lost.
Mm-mm. He might have fought to Poirier. I don't think he fought to Poirier twice.
Did he fight someone else and lose? I thought he had 2 losses between.
Well, he fought Islam, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, but that was for a different
category.
Okay,
weight class.
Gotcha.
And I think he only lost it to Poirier because Poirier beat everybody.
But then he was the first to do something along those lines.
Maybe
and
he
I
did.
doubt that somebody just lost the belt and then won it back.
Yeah, because that's definitely happened. Maybe at that division.
Actually, yeah. I don't know if you have anything you want to talk about the fight itself. It was unanimous.
It was
decision
a unanimous
for Volk.
decision. I don't know if there was
see if
any
anyone
controversy, but Volk just outpointed him in this one. Diego Lopez is a good fighter, but Volk's world class, and he kind of showed that in this fight. And I love to see it because Volk's a fan favorite as well. Those people from down under are just big personalities, and he definitely fits the bill. And I don't know, I'm happy for him.
Yeah, he's a fan favorite for sure. Yeah, I can't find the post, but it was something I think it was his post, and he was like, "I'm really proud of myself, first person to do something."
Gotcha.
Maybe I had it wrong there, but it was something about having had the belt, losing it, and then winning it again.
I mean, he fought for 2 different belts and lost both of them, and he did fight for 2 different belts and come back and win, which is cool. It's a good story of perseverance. That's the word I was looking for. Thanks, Big Dog.
Anyway, I always love when Paddy the Baddie fights, and he won, so that was cool. And that pretty much sums up UFC 314. Unless you had anything more.
No, I don't have anything more.
All righty then. Let's segue to where you want to go. F1 or Champions League?
Let's do Champions League. That'll be more fun, and then we'll do swing around and hit up F1. Are you good with that?
I am. I actually I'm not even up to date on Champions League.
Oh, you want me to
this is exciting news.
Oh, you're in?
I'm in.
You're into the semis. Arsenal.
We won again.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Damn.
You guys won again in Madrid. Insane.
Damn.
You guys won 5-1 on aggregate.
Were they pens?
No, they were not pens.
That's awesome.
Saka scored 1, and he chipped the goalie. Who scored? Then Vinny scored. I didn't see the second goal.
Martinelli in the 93rd. Not that it mattered.
Okay, he was just
because aggregate.
On the side. But yeah, Saka's goal was nice. You should watch that. And
wow,
dude,
so Arsenal's playing PSG.
Arsenal versus PSG in the semis.
Dude, that's sick.
We'll talk about the other semis later, but but PSG beats Aston Villa 5-4 on aggregate. The second leg was crazy. It ended up being 3-2 in favor of
PSG.
No, Villa actually won the second leg. PSG was coming up, or was up before the tie started. Marcus Rashford for Aston Villa was amazing. Had an assist for the third goal, and then he was
he good all the Champions League? Because I'm surprised they made it this far at all.
He was okay, but he wasn't scoring. Unai Emery, it's known that you don't love the guy. He can really coach his ass off. As you can see, he took Aston Villa to the quarterfinals in the Champions League.
I guess he's all right.
But
Dortmund tried their best, 3-1, but it wasn't enough.
No. But Barca beat Dortmund.
And Inter beat Bayern.
The only thing I have a comment against Bayern is the Vincent Kompany hire. I mean, I just didn't get it because
we didn't like it when it happened.
He was in the Prem with Burnley, and they got relegated, and then he gets a top tier job
for a club he never played for.
Yeah,
I don't like it at all.
They're still doing well in the domestic league, but the Champions League, Champions League is a different beast. and they fell short. But Lautaro Martinez is extending his record for Inter. He scored another goal today.
Wow.
What a king. And he doesn't even play
And
the Argentina
Rafinha,
team.
so Rafinha and Barcelona advanced, so he can continue that record Champions League pace.
Season for Barca.
I mean, he's got at least 2 more games, maybe 3, because the championship will only be one game.
Yeah.
So maybe 3 if they advance. So ultimately, we have Arsenal against PSG and Barcelona against Inter Milan. Decision making for me is easy. I don't know that it's going to happen, but I have to pick Barcelona and Arsenal. That would be an unbelievable Champions League final for me.
Yes, it would be.
Are you going the opposite for both?
I think.
How could you go PSG? I'm sitting right here.
I think that's the final that we're gonna get is that PSG versus Inter. PSG just looks reinvigorated after losing the best player.
Let's do a friendly bet then.
Okay.
Not friendly, because friendly would imply no money.
Yes.
I want money on the line.
Okay.
I'm happy to go pretty high. Here's why. Let's say that if I'm Barca and Arsenal, and you're PSG and Inter,
It's got to be both.
So yeah, if it splits,
Nothing
it's
over.
over.
Okay.
So we got parlays going both sides.
Fair.
How much money are we putting on it?
Jessica, how much money are you putting on it?
To you.
Our gambling, our in-house gambling expert.
What?
Just pick a number.
Me
that
and Luca are
are
gambling
on something.
a big number.
Well, it's not good. I gotta pay.
250.
Holy fuck!
That's a big number. Whoa, what a number.
Let me think about it.
$2.50.
Yeah.
No. This is fun.
250.
It's 2 games, so it's got to be aggregate. So that'll be fun. I'll do $100 if you want.
I'm with that.
All right. 250.
You saw it. You guys saw
250
it.
is a little steep. Jessica totally missed on what the whole bet
She
was.
has no idea.
She's watching the Phillies.
She's going to be watching the games and somebody's going to score. Be like, yes. And they're like, no.
Yeah, you trust me. You do not want that.
But
all
PSG
right,
Inter. Who do you think is going to win the Champions League, though? If we. Arsenal.
Clearly Arsenal.
I think Inter is going to win this year. I think they have the team to do it.
All the teams left are strong. It's weird because it's like a new generation, so it feels like that's not true. Like PSG's good. Really, who do they have? And it's like, well, they have
Desiree
great.
Doué, they have Ousmane Dembele.
Yeah, they have Neves in the middle.
Kvaratskhelia, like
You're the only person who can say his name. But yeah, they have a great team. Same thing with Arsenal's got the best team. In my opinion, this is the best Arsenal team, at least in the past 10 years, maybe longer. And then Barcelona, no Messi, no Neymar and Suarez, but
they got Lamine.
Yeah, they got Lamine,
They got
Lewandowski,
Pedri, Gavi,
Rafinha. They're great teams. And then obviously Inter,
Inter's a team of teams, though.
Yeah, like since they've had real legends like Zanetti and Vieira and stuff, but this team is very strong.
Yes, they got Lautaro and Thuram up top, and then they're just a defensive. It's like a typical Italian team. They play 3-5-2, and they're just.
They had a nice era with like Schneider and Eto'o and Mike. They won the treble actually. Yeah, because Eto'o, he's the only player ever. He went from Barca and won the treble, and then Inter and won the treble. Yeah. So yeah, all 4 of these teams are legit. I obviously have to say Arsenal. I mean, watching Arsenal for me is like watching the Eagles. So yeah, I'm going Arsenal.
I mean, I want them to win. I want them to finally get that trophy.
Well, hey, we can root against each other if it's Inter Arsenal. But at least we're not playing each other in the semis. Yeah. There's a championship opportunity.
For sure.
All right, Dave, F1.
F1, dude, I am so tired of the F1 races being all the way across the globe and not being able to watch. Yeah. It's not the same as watching a soccer highlight or a basketball highlight to me.
It really is. That's why my dad never, he doesn't really watch highlights. He either records them and doesn't look at news, or he wakes up at 3 a.m.
That's such a smart idea. Dude, waking up at 3 a.m. I can't do it. Yeah. I'm going to fall asleep. But I'm so excited. Well, I don't even know when it starts, but when they start moving to Europe and then eventually United States, or North America, sorry, I will be so, and South America, damn. They got
I'm going to Texas.
That's huge. Wait. I'm going to Texas too.
I don't think you watched it.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm really excited for them to move to a closer time zone to us.
Yeah, I totally agree.
But anyway, we were in Bahrain. I
think it's Bahrain. Yeah.
Sounds super Texas of us. This past weekend. And like I said, highlights don't hit the same, so I'll just give you flat out what happened in this race. Oscar Piastri, P1.
McLaren's pulling away, essentially.
George Russell, P2. Norris, 3. Leclerc, 4. Lewis Hamilton 5th, Verstappen 6th. Yuki Tsunoda finally got on the board in his Red Bull, and he got ninth. So
I love how you report back on Yuki no matter what.
I have to. It has to be known.
Yeah.
But anyway, the Drivers' Championship standings currently stand at Norris in first with 77, Piastri in second, 74. The McLaren boys are cooking earlier in the season. Verstappen in third on 69 points. It's going to be funny when we bring up the Constructors' Championship. And then George Russell in fourth with 63 points.
I just looked down at the Constructors' Cup. That's crazy.
So the Constructors' Championship standings, obviously we have McLaren with the resounding lead right now with 151. Mercedes in second, so Kimi is putting up a decent amount of points as well, the rookie in the Mercedes. They're at 93 points. And then Red Bull is in third with 71. And as you can remember, Max Verstappen had 69 points. So I believe those 2 points Yuki got in this past race.
In the ninth spot?
Yeah. Have
yeah. That is what happened.
Elevated this team to 71 points.
Wow. So
long season.
I mean, McLaren's really pulling away here. They're almost doubling the second spot. I don't necessarily see that slowing down. The only reason I would see that slowing down is if Ferrari figured it out with their two drivers, but Verstappen can't do it by himself.
No.
And I mean, the rookie with Mercedes, maybe he can have a good year, but George Russell, I don't think is a strong enough one to really carry it all the way and win. So anyway, good update. It is where it was. Norris still leading with Piastri in second. Although Piastri overtook Verstappen, but McLaren by far and away in first place.
Yeah. Long season. What are we, like 4 races in? So we'll see. Hopefully, the Ferraris can get up there. Hopefully, Yuki can pick it up for Red Bull, so we get a little bit more interesting of a Constructors' Championship. But the Drivers' Championship is really, really good, and it's heating up. Yeah,
the Drivers' Championship will be good. I mean, I feel like that's what people generally have more pride in as a driver.
I don't know. I think
Michael Schumacher.
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the Constructors. I was like, yeah, for sure. It's definitely the driver. It's not.
Oh, the teams care about the Constructors' Cup for sure. But I feel like, I don't know, you remember Lewis Hamilton or Schumacher or Vettel, and it's
for
like,
sure. You don't remember the teams
they drove for, sort of. I mean, no, Hamilton, nobody cares that he switched teams.
Yeah, he went to McLaren. He was at Mercedes for a while. Now he's at Ferrari. Yeah. So like it's really all about the driver, but we care about both. We care about the instructor as well. So we're going to keep on bringing you that information, and we're on to the next topic. And what is that?
I don't know. Jessica has one thing in here about Bryce Harper comments, but I don't know what those were.
What did Bryce say recently, Jessica?
That you so badly wanted to share.
I probably should play it because it's coming from him, but he essentially...
No, say it as if you're Bryce Harper.
No, I can't, because there was actually noise in the background of people yelling.
Oh, yeah, don't play it then.
He was basically interviewed, and I'm trying to remember right now what they said to him, but he answered back, and his answer back, I'm going to find it maybe and play it, but he basically was like, look, like we're really... I'm super grateful to be playing this game. You know, it can be taken away any second. Like, it's a great game. Just super thankful for playing, essentially. And it was a good clip. And I was listening to the sports talk today, and they were like, like knowing everything going on, Alec Baum, like all this situation, they're like, do you think he's actually in a really kind way speaking to his team? And everyone was like, yes. And I thought it was an interesting take because I didn't take it that way. I thought it was just normal Bryce. You know, he says things we like to hear, like, I love our fan base. But this one was really, I'll find it if you guys want to chat about it, because it was like, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't think you said anything wrong there. I mean, it is a blessing to play the sport you love and make millions of dollars and make all the fans happy to see you at the ballpark and bring some joy in a lot of people's lives.
Like, it's like kind of like, don't take it so seriously.
I missed what he said because I was looking at my 2-minute drill. So I missed the whole thing Jessica said.
Let me try this. It says,
I looked up and she was like,
here.
You know,
what do you guys think?
Yeah, seriously. I was like, oh, I like Bryce.
Oh, I think I found it somehow, but it says 22 hours ago, so it has to be it.
Yeah.
You want to hear it?
Sure. Are you gonna play?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to.
We're already here.
Yeah, it's big. You know, I've said it a lot, man. I just want him to enjoy the game, and enjoy the game that he plays. Life could be a lot harder. Life could be, a lot tougher. We get to play this beautiful game every day, and I was standing on the on-deck circle in like the third inning, and I was thinking about it, man. It's a great game we got to play, and obviously you're going to go through ups and downs in life and season.
People have something to say about this?
And it's a hard thing to do.
I think
It
it's
is
like,
every night coming in and playing this
speaking
game.
of first teammates like
At
this,
the end of the day, we're all strong. Just go out there and enjoy it, because it'll go quick, and you'll start thinking to yourself, why did I take it so serious? And it's gone now. I don't know, man.
I mean, he keeps going, but literally the comment there from NBC Sports was like, Bryce gets philosophical. It's like he's just
he's definitely
speaking,
right.
like-
It's hard to take this more serious. It's like golf, man. You start getting angry out there, you can't swing it.
It gets
I
worse
think
for
that's
you.
sort of
Yeah.
what he said. Like, you come up to bat, and it's like, it's just you and the ball and the bat.
Yeah, I mean, it's good advice to those younger guys, Marsh and Bohm.
Yeah, Marsh
who are
is going
struggling.
through it right now. Yeah.
All right, I think that's all we got on the agenda. So time for the 2-minute drills.
2 minutes. Dos.
Everybody going
minutos.
today? I have one. It's really short, so I can lead off if you want.
Sure.
I clicked the wrong button. Here we go. So this year marked an interesting year because who was our scoring leader in the NBA?
Shea Gilchrist Alexander.
Correct. And he made history because since 1970, there are only 2 teams who have 3 players who have led the league in scoring.
What's that?
One of those teams is the OKC Thunder because
they're
they have
expansion
Shea,
team.
they have
Kevin Durant,
and they
Russell
have
Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook. What is the other team, and who are those players?
The other team, and who are those players? Who led the league in scoring? Sheesh.
3 separate players. Yeah,
I
I won't let it linger too long.
Oh wait, I said Russell Westbrook. I meant to say KD.
Well, yeah, it's KD, Russ, and now Shea.
Oh, okay.
But that's the OKC Thunder.
Okay.
Since 1970, there's another team who has 3 players who have done it.
1970?
But it's only one team. I'm surprised. I feel like it's not the Rockets, but I would think like maybe Harden and McGrady or something.
Celtics?
Not the Celtics.
I was going to say Bird, Paul Pierce, and Tatum's never led the league in scoring, has he?
Yeah. I'll give you the team if you can give me the players. But if you want to guess, I'll give you some more time.
No, let me think about this.
I'm
one
going to
for
leave
a
you out
little
to
bit.
dry.
That is not,
Jessica, you
it's
got
not
it?
the Bulls.
What?
Never mind.
Say it.
A team since 1970. There's been 2 teams who have had 3 players lead the league in scoring in separate years. Shea,
Yeah.
Gilgeous Alexander
There it is.
just made the Thunder the second team because they have Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, and now Shea. 3 different times led this league in scoring. What is the other team?
The Lakers.
Yes, the Lakers. The Lakers. So it was OKC, Ave. Well, I guess Jessica can help too if
Jessica
she
can
will.
go. She got it.
Sorry,
Big
so
dog.
name those players then that make the
I got
Lakers
2.
the first team.
Yeah, I got 2.
You know 2 of them?
I got 3 actually.
Yeah, you got 3. Actually,
What
I think you
year
might
is
be
this?
wrong. Since 1970.
Yeah.
She didn't even understand the question, I feel like.
Yeah, she
said
just naming the
Lakers.
franchises. Yeah.
LeBron.
No.
Jesus.
No, he never led the league in scoring for the Lakers.
Number 24 and 8.
The Kobe.
The Kobe is one of the right answers.
There's more.
There's 2 more.
She's no clue what the question is.
One played with Cobes.
Kobe and
Who's Kobe's partner in crime?
I forget.
Hey, stop doing that.
I'm
Hopefully
gonna answer
he
the
doesn't pick it
question.
up. Yeah. All right, Abe, can you just finish this off? Please?
Shaq and Kareem.
I was gonna say
and Kareem
Shaq.
is wrong.
Kareem is Wrongington?
Correct.
Magic?
No,
Magic didn't lead this league.
it's a white.
Oh, Jared?
Jared.
Jared played after
My
the 70s?
goodness.
I don't know.
Led the
about that.
league. Led the league in scoring
I
after
feel like
the
this
70s.
was a rough ending.
No, because
No.
that part's going to get cut out. Don't worry.
And I still got a 2-minute drill.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Just
a good.
save it.
I have 2 more things
Damn.
that I want to
1
bring
minute
up.
per.
Damn. I don't think I got it like that. But I wanted to shout out Jaron Ennis. We missed him. He fought this past weekend. He defended his IBF welterweight title. This guy is from Philly.
Boxing?
Yeah, boxing guy. He's the guy that... No, he didn't wear Tim's. That was the other guy. But, yeah, from Philly. Gotta shout out the guy. He's a legend. He defended his IBF championship, and he won the WBA championship at the welterweight weight class. And he's the owner of 2 of the 4 belts. So hopefully he can get all 4 belts in the near future.
Try?
Hell yeah!
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
When you say all 4 belts, is it all the same weight class?
Yes. So boxing has 4 sanctioning bodies: IBF, WBO, WBA,
You don't sign contracts
WBC.
with all? Like, I can only fight here or there?
No.
So what's the point? Just a company that's making, like a league that's making money that anybody can fight in?
Repeat that question.
Like, what's the difference?
So there was just like regional boxing, I guess, back in the day, and then they
all
just never
made it
formed.
national?
Yeah, they never formed together. And
Is there a belt that people are more proud of?
WBC is the one.
Okay.
So he doesn't have that one yet.
Right.
So he's going to go after that one, hopefully next. And then, so there's 2 different champions for both those belts. So he's going to have to either have those 2 guys fight each other and then fight the winner, or fight each one individually, which takes forever because you're only fighting like once or twice a year.
Yeah, and you'd have to potentially vacate one of the, like, his first belt by the time he
Right. Yeah, they might
one.
demand him to fight this guy, and then he's like, if you don't fight this guy, you have to relinquish your belt. So yeah, it's
And
a
he's
crazy
waiting to
world. we
fight
live in.
someone else for a new one.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
And then my last thing is a sad note, but this came across my feed the other day. So Man United in the Premier League with Sir Alex Ferguson has 114 losses in 21 seasons. Also 13 championships. Just putting it out there.
Good run.
Man United in the Premier League after Sir Alex Ferguson retires, 115 losses in 12 seasons.
And he coached for 21, you said?
21, 114 losses.
So 9 less seasons.
And more
Same
losses.
amount of losses. Wow, yeah.
And it's
Wow.
going to continue to get bigger and
R.I.P.
bigger.
R.I.P. Nah, they'll turn it around.
We'll see.
All right, cool. Well, thanks again, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to episode 36. Check out our YouTube channel, our Spotify.
Yes.
Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Please and thank you. That's all we got.
That's all we got. That's
We
it.
will see you
in
next
the next
time.
one.
See ya.
Peace. Oh.